I had let go my entire senior staff. The business just had a rough year, and it happens. Like, shit happens, like fitness, like life. Business is never 100% of the way up. There's always ups and downs. And when you get challenged, when I get challenged, is when you show what you're made out of. And the coolest thing about that is that when you go through hard shit, when things don't go well, when it seems like everything's kind of hopeless, when it seems like there's nothing that you can do and you're being bludgeoned on all angles because all of these external forces are just trying to take you out, and then you come out on the other end, you gain a lot of courage. Because you know that if that didn't take you out, well, you're pretty invincible. But it doesn't seem like that in the moment. So anyway, end of 2021. We had gone through a lot personally. We had 4 miscarriages. Allison got diagnosed with cancer out of nowhere. And the business was not doing well. For the first time in my professional career in over a decade, those lines had crossed between expenses and revenue, meaning that we were operating at more or less a break-even, even a negative some months now. At the end of the year, we ended up having a bit of a positive still. And if that's the worst that happens to me in my professional career, then that's pretty awesome. But it didn't seem like that at the time. All that I saw at the time was that we were spending a whole bunch more money than we were making. And so this was happening, and I decided that I needed to change things. I had started hiding in the business. I had started to do things professionally that I thought that I should do, where I was hiding behind the scenes. I had 4 copywriters who were writing in my voice, my own content. And I took a step back and I said, how goddamn stupid is that? Nobody can write as well as me. What if I don't write as much, but what I write is much more impactful? I learned this lesson from doing content for the PTDC, for our website for personal trainers for a lot of years, where one good piece of content can do the same amount of work as 1,000 mediocre pieces of content. But I can't do video. I've never really done video. And so you have to do video on the internet, or you have to design. And I had no real design capabilities because I let go of creative director. So what did I do? I just wrote, and I put it out on Instagram. And I wrote a note on Instagram, and it was so imperfect. It was so ugly. It was so wrong for that medium, but people liked it. And so I did it again. And then people kind of liked that. And people didn't like it every single time that I did it. Some of the times my message missed the mark, but for the most part, people seemed to resonate with it, and it was different. But most of all, it was me.